Okay, good evening, and welcome to the 2025 organizational meeting for the Town of Olds. I am Brent Williams, the Chief Administrative Officer, and as is customary for the first org meeting of the year, I will call this meeting to order at 6 p.m. Before we get started, welcome, congratulations. On behalf of Town Administration, we look forward to working with you. On behalf of the whole community, thank you so much for your decision to run and on your election and for the next 4 years. It means a lot, and it will be exciting if nothing else. Welcome to the gallery members and those watching at home. To get started, we will begin swearing in the councilors and the mayor, and then I'll hand the meeting over to Mayor Daley. So without further ado, I will invite Mayor-elect Dan Daley to come up first. Oh, run this side, please. So, Mr. Mayor-elect, if you could take your oath and just read it at your leisure.
At my leisure.
Yes.
I, Dan Daley, do solemnly affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute the powers and duties of the mayor of the town of Olds.
And with your official oath comes the gavel. And I should have done this prior, but also shake your hand.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you, Dan.
Should I sign that?
Yes. Thank you, Dan. Next up, Councillor Wanda Blatz.
Thank you. I, Wanda Blatz, do solemnly affirm that I will diligently and faithfully and to the best of my ability execute the powers and duties of a councillor for the town of Olds.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brent.
Mr. Benjamin Krusch, please. Benjamin, so official.
I, Benjamin Krusch, do solemnly affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute the powers and duties of a councillor for Town of Olds.
Congratulations. Cheers. Mr. Curtis Cook, please.
I, Curtis Cook, do solemnly affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute the powers and duties of a councillor at the town of Olds.
Miss Marianne Overwater, please.
Thank you, Brent. I, Marianne Overwater, do solemnly affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute the powers and duties of a councillor for the town of Olds. Thanks.
Mr. Chad Taylor.
I, Chad Taylor, do solemnly affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute the powers and duties of a counselor for the town of Olds.
Thank you, Chad. And last but not least, Mr. Darren Wilson.
I'll be brief. I, Darren Wilson, do solemnly affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute the powers and duties of a counselor for the town of Olds.
I can die a happy man now. Yeah, with that romance out of the way, we're going to break for a quick moment and get a few photos. Thank you very much. And then the chair goes back to Mayor Daley.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, and congratulations. And welcome to the next term. Okay? Next 4 years, I'm really looking forward to working with you all, and it's going to be, we're going to do some great things, I'm sure. All right, so let's call to order the meeting at 6:13, and I'll be looking for adoption of the organizational meeting agenda. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a note of clarification, even though it appears on this agenda as is from the published edition earlier, late last week, we have removed item 3B, which was special council meetings. The reason for that is we had a conflict with the RMA convention, and I just need a bit of extra time to sort out the logistics for the next meeting. I'll bring that forward to the regular meeting on November 10th, if that works for council.
Yeah, and also, was there also a deletion of the special meeting dates off of here as well?
Correct. They were all in the same RFD in 3B.
Good, thank you, CEO. All right, so with those changes, the new published agenda, as you see in front of you, is there any additions or deletions or anything further to what CAO Williams has put forward? None? So if not, can I get a motion to adopt this agenda, please? Councillor Blatz?
Thank you, Mayor Daley. I move that we adopt the agenda for the organizational meeting for October 27th as amended.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor? Passed unanimously. Thank you. All right, takes us to item number 3, date, time, place of regular council meetings. 3A, we have to establish a date, time, and location of our regular council meetings for the period of November 2025 to October of 2026. Is there any discussion on this that we would like to take place at this time? We normally have them, of course, on Monday afternoons, the first, second, and fourth Mondays of the month at 1 p.m. in the afternoon here in the council chambers. Is there any objection to that staying as such? All right, Councillor Cook.
I do think it is quite important that the public be able to attend at least some, have the option to have it when they're working full time. I would like to see the council at least look at the options of perhaps every fourth meeting being held in the evening to make it so that everybody has an option to join.
Just to clarify, Councillor Cook, we do have 3 council meetings a month, so you said every fourth one to be in the evening?
Every fourth is just a suggestion.
Thank you. Any further comments? Councillor Overwater?
Thank you, Mayor Daley. I understand what Councillor Cook is saying, but however, I do believe that if there is a major impending discussion, I think then council could make the decision to hold a meeting later. Whereas right now, I think if we do meetings later, we're going to have to pay staff overtime, which is an implication for budgetary purposes. So I'm really not in favor of moving it from 1 o'clock to something later. As I said, I think we can, accommodate if there's a big issue, then I think then we could make adjustments for that. But that's just my opinion.
Thank you. Councillor Wilson?
Thank you, Mayor Daley. I just wanted to confirm further to Marianne or Councillor Overwater's point. We have the option at any point in time to change and alter a meeting from where it's scheduled right now, right? So this would certainly be a starting point. And whether we feel, as to your point, there's something significant to be discussed or we just want to shuffle a meeting time, we have that option for any and all meetings.
Thank you, Councillor Wilson. Councillor Taylor?
Yeah, further to Councillor Overwater's and Councillor Wilson's comments, sadly I've observed that there's just very few people that do attend council meetings even when given the chance. So I would like to see, of course, chance for engagement when there is an impetus for it. If there's an item that requires it, but just to arbitrarily behold ourselves to every fourth one, I cannot agree with that.
You, Councillor Taylor? Anybody else's opinions? So would anybody like to make a motion on this then, after our discussion? Do you have a comment, CEO Williams?
Thank you, Mayor Daley, and through you to Councillor Wilson's comment, just logistical side. So council's ability to change a meeting time, for example, is absolutely there. The MGA does say for one-off changes, let's say if there is a large item on the agenda, it's 24 hours notice. It doesn't have to be a motion of council either, I believe. I believe the mayor has that ability with enough notice. But also this organizational meeting, even though it does happen in October, you could revisit your entire meeting schedule and times with a motion of council in consideration if that's something that any of you want to bring forward at a future time.
Yeah, just to clarify, it is till October of 2026 is that we're looking at making this motion. So after that date, if we so choose, we can change it at that time as well.
Yep, exactly. And anytime before that, if it's on the agenda, you have the ability to revisit your meeting schedule as well. But generally, it's not touched outside of the one-offs until the next organizational meeting.
Great, thank you for that, CEO Williams. Councillor Overwater?
You ready for the motion? Did you have it? Okay. I move that the regular council meeting dates for the period of November 2025 to October 2026 be held at 1 p.m. in the council chambers at the Olds Municipal, located at 3501 70th Avenue in Olds, Alberta, as per the following schedule. ...
Thank you, Councillor Overwater. Any further discussion? Councillor Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor Daley, and just through you to the CAO. Could you just give us an idea, give council an idea on what would be involved to adopting evening meetings from a logistical, from an organizational perspective, obviously with the town staff side, and I'm not, how significant a change would that be if we were to adopt that?
Thank you for the question, and through you, Chair. I would have to do a bit more precise math on that, but the staff overtime is one. Myself, I don't qualify for overtime, obviously, but IT support, legislative support, staff presentations, for example, would be a financial implication. Outside of that, there's not much cost associated. It comes down to, I think, the accessibility factor, whether it's better for councillors or if you believe it's better for the public to attend. But if council wishes, I could spend a bit of time and bring back a report, or let it be for now.
Councillor Blatz?
Thank you, Mayor Daley, and through you to CEO Williams. Would this be something that maybe could be discussed at a service level review to find out exactly how that may impact our staffing, or is that not really relevant to that? Because that's all due to budgetary costs as well.
Thanks. Through you, Mayor Daley. Yeah, that's a fine venue for it too, if you wanted to have a more robust conversation on it. But it wouldn't take too much time to gather that information either.
Thank you for the discussion. Very good points made on all sides. So if there's no further discussion, I'll ask for the vote. Those in favor? Those opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you. Right, move on to item 4A. Right, I missed that. Thanks, Marcy. Yeah, there it is. So for the second motion, Councillor Taylor?
I move that the annual organizational meeting be held on Monday, October 26th, 2026 at 1 p.m. at the council chambers at the Olds Municipal Center located at 3501 70th Ave in Olds, Alberta.
Thank you, Councillor Taylor. Thank you for pointing that out. I missed it on my page, so thank you, Legislative Clerk. Any discussion on this? I don't see any, so all in favor? You good? You're in favor? Yeah, okay. All right, motion's passed. Thank you. Now we can move on to 4A, which is the determining the time and location of the Committee of the Whole meetings for the period of November 2025 to October of 2026. I'll open the floor for any discussion that anybody may have at this time for this. Normally, the Committee of the Whole meeting is every third weekend, Monday of the month. Second month, first Monday. Right. Thank you. Any discussion on this? None? Councillor Blatz?
Thank you, Mayor Daly. Then I will move that the committee, that the Committee of the Whole meeting dates for the period of November 2025 to October 2026 be held at 1 p.m. in the council chambers at the Olds Municipal Center located at 3501 70th Avenue in Olds, Alberta, as per the following schedule, ...
Thank you, Councillor Blatz. No further discussion. I call for the vote. All in favor? Motion is carried. Thank you very much for that. Okay, moving on to point number 5, Deputy Mayor's schedule. And so if you look at page 9 of your agenda package, you will see a tentative schedule that is laid out at the top there. Would you like to comment on this, C.O. Williams?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the names have been added just in alphabetical order, which has been a practice the last few years. Generally, this gets each elected official, each councillor, one turn chairing the Committee of the Whole meetings as those rotate among the deputy mayors and the mayor sits in the council seat. Obviously, it's open to adjustment based on any individual preferences or scheduling, but if not, it tends to be fairly straightforward. So.
So looking at the tentative schedule that you see in front of you on page 9, is there any concerns? Is there any anybody that would like to change things around and swap any dates or anything? I don't see anybody in objection to the schedule, so I ask for a motion. Councillor Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor Daly. I make the motion that the deputy mayor's schedule for the period November 2025 to October 2026 be approved as presented.
Thank you, Councillor Wilson. No further discussion. I call for the vote. Those in favor? Motion is passed. Thank you very much. All right, moving on to section 6. Business. We're on to page 11. Councillor Orientation Extension 6A. CAO Williams.
Thank you once again, Mr. Mayor. This is a new one, given recent changes to the Municipal Government Act with Bill 50 earlier in 2025. There is now mandatory orientation for all elected officials. Those have, in the two particular sections, each have their own dates. And just to cover ourselves, even though we plan on getting everything done within the next week or more, there's always a chance something wasn't done correctly given the recency of this legislation. So we're just asking council to give us that 90-day extension, which is permissible under the Act, in case we miss something, to ensure we remain legislatively compliant getting council up to speed and oriented as per the legislation.
Thank you for that explanation. CEO Williams, is there any discussion? None? I ask for a motion then. Councillor Taylor?
Thank you, Mayor Daley. I move that council approves extension of the following council orientation training to be completed within 90 days, no later than January 26th, 2026, for key municipal plans, policies and projects, budgeting and financial administration, public participation, other topics prescribed in the regulations.
You, Councillor Taylor? No further discussion? All right, all in favor? Motion is passed. Thank you very much. Page 12 of your agenda, council bylaw review. CEO Williams, would you like to comment on this as well?
Indeed. Thank you once again, Mr. Chair. So the procedural bylaw and the respective council committee your bylaws, they are usually reviewed at the organizational meeting, but given the recency of your election, we felt it best to push it back. So these will be reviewed in, we believe, within the next 30 to 60 days, formally brought to council for review in the next 30 to 60 days, probably at December 1st, Committee of the Whole.
Good. Thank you very much for that clarification. Anybody have any discussion or questions for CEO Williams? No? I ask for a motion then, please. Councillor Cook?
I move that the council defer the full procedural bylaw review of the council and the council committee meeting procedural bylaw and the committee of the whole bylaw to a date to be determined by a subsequent this council resolution.
Thank you, Councillor Cook. No further comments or questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Motion is passed. Thank you very much. Moving down to item 7, appointments of council members. So this is the appointment of council members to boards, commissions, and committees for the period of November 2025 to October of 2026. I think it's going to be coming up on the screen here. CEO Williams?
Thank you once again, Mayor Daley. Before we get started on 7A, if council could permit me just a quick word. As the returning elected officials would recall, and as the new councillors have been briefly made aware of, the former council asked administration to bring forward at this meeting date the topic of the town's membership in the Central Alberta Economic Partnership, otherwise known as CAPE. For several years, I believe even preceding the last council, there's been discussion about the value and the efficacy of the town's membership in that group. So on the screen right now is just a letter for information. It's from the former Minister of Municipal Affairs to the former President of Alberta Municipalities, Tyler Gandam. In this letter, essentially, it just does confirm what you have been told already, that the, I believe in this paragraph, with the end of budget year 2026, which is in April 2027, funding from the province to what's called the Regional Economic Development Alliances, of which CAPE is one of several in the province, the funding will cease, and those alliances will, I believe as it's worded there, be responsible for their own operating costs. That changes the fundamental structure, financial ability of CAPE to operate in its current form, and would rely on other partner funding or requisitions from the town of Olds. So with that impending date in mind, of which administration believes that CAPE will not survive in its current form past that, given the reliance on this provincial funding, plus the perceived or real lack of support or value that we have received from CAPE in previous 5+ years. I believe the conversation has been going on for. it's administration's recommendation that council direct the CAO to start the withdrawal process from CAPE. I still believe you should appoint an elected official this evening to the board, as that withdrawal process may take time and may still have to attend meetings, for example, in that period. But administration's recommendation is that it's time to make a decision on this, and the decision is best that we withdraw. But happy to take any questions on that before proceeding with the rest of 7A.
Thank you, CEO Williams. Councillor Overwater?
Thank you, Mayor Daley. Do we have any statistics as to what CAPE really has brought to our town? Because I really don't feel that we've gotten much business directed to our community from CAPE. So I'm just wondering, has there really been anything? We had the canola crushing plant that never came about, which was supposed to be a multi-million-dollar organization coming to our community, but that never came through. So I'm just wondering, is there anything that is in pending, or do you know of anything that happened while that was sent from CAPE to us?
Short answer, sorry, through you, Mr. Chair, to Councillor Overwater. The short answer is no. Longer answer is that CAPE doesn't provide, in my opinion, that type of value because I believe it's 30 plus members with one staff member with a high turnover in that executive director role. So the capacity is not there. And given the proliferation of mid to larger size municipalities, Olds, Innisfail, Red Deer types, the internal economic development function has taken on that and much more of what CAPE could possibly serve for us. So it's not the fault of CAPE. I just believe, and I believe the province also believes that historical RETA structure is no longer serving its original purpose. So, but shorter answer is no, it hasn't.
Thank you for that. Any, Councillor Taylor?
Thanks, Mayor Daley, and through you to CEO Williams, saying all that correctly. Can you give us an idea of the cost, the financial cost to stay with CAPE?
Thank you for the question, and through you, Mayor Daley. The 2025 cost was around $8,500, which escalates roughly by inflation each year. So not a huge financial implication, but still something.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. Any further questions or discussion? Councillor Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor Daley, and through you to the CAO. And so if we put these wheels in motion, have we already paid for membership, I guess, for 2026, or do we need to provide a certain window of notice before our membership becomes null and void?
Thank you for the question. Through you, Mr. Chair. We have not paid for 2026. I'm not sure what the withdrawal clause is. I couldn't find the membership agreement, but if council makes that motion this evening and appoints a member, we'll cover our bases and start that process. So.
Thank you. Any further questions? So what we're looking for first then would be a motion to start that process of looking into the withdrawal from CAPE, and then we'll follow up with our appointment of elected officials to committees and boards. If I'm reading that right.
Correct. Just a simple motion that council direct CAO to begin the withdrawal process from CAPE to that effect.
Thank you. I think your battery's dying too, by the way. It's on and off. Okay, so first we need that motion then. Councillor Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor Daley. Yes, I make the motion that council directs the CAO to begin the process of removing the town from the CAPE membership.
Thank you, Councillor Wilson. Any further discussion? Okay. All in favor? Motion is passed. Thank you very much. We'll move on to our second motion of item 7 now. Motion that's in front of us on our agenda, page 14. Councillor Church.
I make the motion to approve the appointment of elected officials to boards, commissions, and committees as presented.
So we'll have to go through the chart then and put names to committees then. Would you like to do that? Thank you, CEO Williams.
Thank you again, Councillor Daly. So now that the motion is on the floor, half completed, the process is we can go through each one of these individually. If there's disagreement on the appointment, then we can pull that one out, and Marcy has ballots ready to secret ballot vote. For our robust gallery members and people watching at home, the mayor did make a recommendation that was passed out to council earlier today. That recommendation will be in the meeting minutes for public record as well. So to start, as we just finished, Cape appointment. The mayor's recommendation was Councillor Blatz. So we would need essentially a consensus or a straw poll on that.
So is there everybody in agreement with Councillor Blatz, and or is there anybody that's interested in that as well? Thank you. Councillor Blatz? Consensus? Yep, looks like it. Okay, next one.
I believe the Central Alberta Mayors and Reeves group has disbanded, so we can skip that one and go to Community Future Central Alberta. And the mayor's recommendation was Councillor Wilson for this committee.
Thank you. Councillor Wilson? Any other people interested in that committee?
No, I'm not interested, but I have a question.
Councillor Overwater?
Pardon me. Do we have an alternate or not? Not, okay.
Okay.
Sounds like Councillor Wilson's in that. Thank you.
For the Economic Development Action Committee, or EDAC, this is 2 appointments, and the mayor's recommendation is Councillor Taylor and Councillor Crush. Wait, no, sorry, Councillor Overwater and Councillor Crush. My glasses are not working as well as they should. So Overwater and Crush.
Yep. Scrooge. All right. You guys are good? Is there anybody else interested? Economic Development Advisory Committee? No? Okay, through consensus. Sounds good.
The Emergency Advisory Committee, you are legislatively on that, so you can skip over there. On the Intermunicipal Cooperation Committee, or ICC, the mayor is appointed along with Councillor Blatz and recommended Councillor Wilson for this year. So Mayor Daly, Blatz, and Wilson.
Any comments, Wilson? You're good with that? Councillor Blatz? Okay. Everybody else consensus that's good with that? All right. Thank you. Next.
The Mid-Sized Town Mayors Caucus, it's only open to mayors, so Mayor Daly, you will remain on that one. Unless there's any questions on that. Simple enough. The Mountain View Regional Waste Management Commission, the recommendation from Mayor Daly is Councillor Taylor.
Councillor Taylor, good with that?
I'll be honored. Thanks, Mayor Daly.
All right.
Oh, and Councillor Overwater is the alternate proposed on that committee as well. Sorry.
Okay. Any other interest? So consensus, we're good? Okay, thank you.
Okay, and next is Mountain View Regional Water Services Commission. The recommendation is Councillor Blatz with Councillor Crush as the alternate.
Counselor Blatz, Counselor Krush, you're good with that? Okay, any other discussion? Concerns? Consensus then? Okay, thank you.
Mountain View Seniors Housing, the recommendation is Counselor Wilson, and there is no alternate to this committee any longer.
Thank you. Counselor Wilson? You good? All right, any other discussion or concerns? None? Consensus then? Sounds good. Thank you.
Olden District Chamber of Commerce, the recommendation is Counselor Krush.
Thank you. Counselor Krish? Good with that? Any other interest or anything from anybody? No? Consensus it is then. Counselor Krish.
The Olds Health Professional Attraction and Retention Committee, the recommendation is Counselor Overwater.
Counselor Overwater, you're good? Everybody else good with that? Consensus? Yep. Thank you.
Okay, the Olds Municipal Library Board, the recommendation is Counselor Cook.
Okay. Counselor Cook, are you okay with that? Good. Okay, consensus sounds good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, next up, Olds Regional Exhibition Vision 250 Committee. The mayor, as per the terms of reference, sits on that committee, but the alternate was not discussed. So perhaps if you want to ask for an alternate on this committee, which is run by the Olds Regional Exhibition and is focused around supporting them, support their organization, and supporting the community over the next 100 years, 125 years of their existence, I believe. So,
Thank you, CAO Williams. I don't think I'm going to be around in 125 years, so we need an alternate.
okay, who's
All right, thank you. Counselor Taylor.
Thanks, Mayor Daly. Yeah, I would gladly throw myself at that and hopefully be around for 150.
And kudos to you. Yes. Thank you for that. Is there anybody else that's interested in ORE? Counselor Overwater?
Thank you, Mayor Daley. Will that be something on next year's as well? Like to appoint an alternate, since there wasn't one sort of, it was just appointed today? Is next year there'll be one?
thank you for the question, and through you, I believe the committee should wrap this year, is the plan. So,
Wasn't really sure what that committee was, so.
yeah, true. Maybe I didn't add that to the explanation list, actually, now that I think of it, so probably my bad.
It's okay. To put it real simply put, it's their organizational meeting for the next upcoming, what they're going to do, what their future planning is, and that stuff is what they're looking at right now. So there's the Olds College, there's the ORE. Help me out, so I don't miss
Mountain View
anybody.
County,
Mountain View County,
Olds
and the town.
College, ORE, and the town.
That sit on that committee. And they meet maybe once or twice a year.
Twice for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe three
yeah.
times.
So we have Counselor Taylor that's put his name forward for that. Is everybody okay with that? Thank you very much, Counselor Taylor.
Parkland Regional Library, the recommendation is Counselor Cook.
Thank you. Counselor Cook, you're good to go? All right. Consensus? Yep, thank you.
Next is the Red Deer River Municipal Users Group, and the recommendation is Counselor Taylor.
Counselor Taylor, you good with that recommendation?
So be honored, Mayor Daly. Thanks.
Do we have consensus for Counselor Taylor? Okay, thank you.
Okay, and finally, we have the South Red Deer Regional Wastewater Commission, or SRD, and the recommendation there is Mayor Daley with Councillor Taylor as alternate.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'll be happy to do that. Okay, you good for alternate? Do you have consensus? All right, thank you very much. Councillor Overwater would like to know, do we need a alternate for Red Deer River Mutual?
It says, sorry, yes, we do. So,
So we have Councillor Taylor on there right now as the number one. So Councillor Glatz?
If I may, Mayor Daly, the Red Deer River Regional Municipal Users Group is the membership is actually paid for by the Water Commission, and they are to be partnering along with the Water Commission. So I would gladly sit as an alternate. I've also sat on that board in the past, and maybe could do some assistance with Councillor Taylor, with being newly appointed to that. I do have some information at home that I can provide to him as well.
Thank you, Councillor Glatz. Councillor Taylor?
Thanks, Mayor Daly. Yeah, I'll greatly appreciate the expertise.
Thank you. Any concerns? We have consensus? Excellent. Thank you very much.
so with that, that's the end of the appointments. So if I believe there's a motion on the floor from Councillor Krush, if we could finalize that, just call the question.
Yep. Thank you very much, CEO Williams. Now with the chart filled in with our duties for councils, boards, and committees, I call the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? None. Motion is carried with the assignments. Thank you very much, everyone. All right, at this point, we're going to move into a closed session. If I could get a motion from somebody to move into closed session for appointments to boards and committees. Councillor Wilson?
Thank you, thank you, Mayor Daly. I make the motion that council move into a closed session at 6:50. Under access to information, ATIA, section 20, disclosure harmful to personal property, and these are for the public at large appointments. Privacy, personal privacy, sorry, what did I say? Oh, personal privacy.
Thank you for that, Councillor Wilson. All in favor? And that is passed. Thank you very much. Thanks for attending. All right, thank you very much for coming out of closed session. Counselor Blatz, please. Motion? Yes, please.
All right. I move that council approve to the Economic Development Action Committee, EDAC. Doug Dwyer be appointed to the Don, I wrote it down wrong. Don Dwyer be appointed to the Economic Development Action Committee for a term of 1 year to expire October 26, 2026, and that Claire Janetz, Tyler Hark, and Delina Simonton be appointed to the Economic Development Action Committee for a term of 2 years to expire October 25th, 2027.
Thank you, Counselor Blatz. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor? Passed. Thank you very much. Move on to the second motion, the Olds Municipal Library Board. Counselor Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor Daley. I make the motion that Megan Unger and Linda Frank be appointed to the Olds Municipal Library Board for a term of 2 years to expire October 25, 2027.
Thank you, Counselor Wilson. Any discussion? All in favor? That motion is passed as well. Thank you very much. Now we move on to Mount View Power Committee. Counselor Overwater?
Thank you, Mayor Daley. I move that Mountain View Power Committee that appoint Raylan Notley and Rochelle Wilson be appointed to the Mountain View Power Committee for a term of 1 year to expire October 26, 2026, and that Mike Caskey and Lucas Pouliot be appointed to the Mountain View Power Committee for a term of 2 years to expire October 25th, 2027.
Thank you, Counselor Overwater. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. Move into adjournment now at 7:28. Thank you, everyone, for your participation today.